Good morning. This is teacher Leland, Alejandro. We're going to discuss graphing linear equations using the form Slope-Intercept Form. And we shall have the examples right now. So we shall start with this screen. Okay, let me start from the beginning so it will be a lot clearer. All right, let us use this example. Y is equal to 3/4 x plus say 3 there. Okay, now notice your equation, which is y is equal to 3/4 x plus 3, and this is called slope intercept form. The 3/4 is actually your slope, and the number 3 here, the positive 3, is your y-intercept. So remember the names, okay? Remember the names of this, and we shall be able to show that, okay? We should be able to show that here. The name of the line is y equals 3/4 x plus 3, and this is called slope-intercept form. There, and we'll just put the title there so it will be a lot clearer for you when you're about to watch it. And to show that it's 3/4 slope, we shall be able to draw a right triangle using two specific points of our line. And as you can see, you can choose any arbitrary point here, any two, okay? And these points will have to be intersecting with the grids, okay? The grids are these vertical and horizontal lines you can see in our x and y coordinate system. Now we shall choose any 2 points, okay, which can describe our slope. Remember, the points that we're going to select must be intersecting with our line and with the intersection of the grids, okay? I'll show you that particular point. You can actually see this point here. This is a good point, this particular point here, okay? And we shall label this 4, 6, okay? So we shall put a point here, 4, 6, there. We can put a label there. So you can observe this point, which is on the intersection of the horizontal and vertical lines together with your line there. So we cannot use this intersection here. Also this one, we cannot use those there because it must be intersecting with these points like that, intersecting with the points on the intersection of the grids. So to select a good point, it must be intersecting with your line and intersecting a vertical and horizontal line. So another good point you can get, okay, you just have to slide over there along your line, and that's it there. This particular point is a good point because it intersects with the horizontal and vertical with your line. So this point is 0, 3. Let's put a label 0, 3 there. There. And so we can actually draw a picture of a right triangle which can describe our 3/4. Okay, so this is something over here. Let me get that. 3, okay, and 4ths, okay, 3/4. See that particular rise and run? Okay, that is the 3/4 I'm talking about. Now let's choose another 2 points which we can actually use to picture or show our 3/4 slope. Okay, remember a positive slope 3/4 looks like this. It slopes downward to the left. Okay, that's a positive slope. And we can use another, okay, to describe our slope. Okay, all right, let me show another. Here is a good point here, there, and then 3, and then the other good point is over here, there. That's another way of showing our slope 3/4. And take note, I have chosen 2 points again, which are intersecting grids and intersecting with our line. Okay, there. Also this point here. It intersects with the intersection of the grid, okay, at the same time with your line. So these points are, if you're going to plot these points, we can actually use the coordinates of this. That's actually -4, 0, and the other one is -8, -3. Okay, let me remove my face there. Let me just move it away. All right, so the other point is -8, -3. So that is -8, comma, -3. Remember how to plot your points, okay? And then we can put the labels there. Okay, I hope you can see it there. Now, this is how to show your slope. And remember, a positive slope is sloping downward to the left. And this is one good example. And the 3/4 positive, okay, is your slope. And remember, when it's positive, it slopes downward to the left. Now, this particular positive 3 is the intersection of your line with the y-axis. Okay, take note. That's a positive 3 that you can check on using your vertical y-axis, and this positive 3 is this positive 3. Okay, so I can actually do an arrow there. Okay, to show that that's actually the 3 I'm talking about. This particular 3 here, that number 3, this one. Okay, that goes to this 3 here. Now this 3/4, okay, is this 3/4 there. Okay, 3/4. That is actually the slope of your line. Okay, let's have another example. Let's say, for example, using the same line and it's parallel. If it's parallel, then the lines have the same slope. So that if, let's say, for example, we use the same slope but different y-intercept, then we can actually show that. And let me just erase this part here. Let me just erase this part. There. Okay, so after doing this, we can actually set another line with a different slope, so that I can show you a line with a negative slope. Say, for example, y is equal to -2x plus, say, 4 there. That's a negative line, okay? Remember, it slopes downward to the right, okay? It slopes downward to the right. And this one slopes downward to the left because it's positive. Now, before we go to this negative slope, let us show first the parallel line, parallel to our previous line, having the same slope with a different y-intercept. Let's say, for example, it passes through the +1 there. So you can see they are parallel, okay? And we know what parallel lines means. And this is how it looks like. It is parallel and equidistant to our first line, equidistant, okay? All throughout, they're not going to meet anywhere above or below because they are parallel. But you can easily see that it is also having a slope of 3/4. And I can show you the 3/4 again. Okay, we can choose this point here. Remember the intersection of the grids and your line. And then you can count 3 downwards. And then 4 to the left there. So this point is a good point. Also, this point is a good point there. Okay. And that is how to show the same 3/4 slope, but intersecting in y in +1. See? And this positive one is over here. You can see it here. This positive one here. That's the y-intercept. That's why you can see it here. So this is how to draw linear equations graph, okay, with a positive slope. Now, let me show you how to draw lines with negative slope, okay? Let us have that first. Okay, let us begin with another set of equation. Say, for example, y is equal to, let's have 1/3, okay? 1/3, 1, 3, and we're going to make it negative. And then I will make it pass to the positive 3. There. Okay, you can see this line. It's different from our previous examples. This one slopes downward to the right. And we shall locate 2 points which will show the negative slope. Remember, we can see the slope by making a right triangle, okay? Right triangle. It can either look like this, from here going to this point here. So you can see the 2 points I selected. Again, it intersects the intersection of the grids. There. That is how to choose the correct point that you can use to draw your right triangle. Remember, this is a right angle. That's a right angle. And we have chosen this point and this point. Remember, we cannot choose a point which only intersect with either vertical or horizontal. It must be at the intersection of vertical and horizontal and your line. Okay, that's how to choose the correct point where you can start making your right triangle to describe your slope. So your negative 1/3 is here, 1/3. Okay, remember the number on top of your fraction, the number on top will be for the vertical part of your right triangle. And your number of the denominator will be corresponding to your horizontal line of your right triangle or horizontal side. Okay, so the 1/3 is here, 1/3 there. I can also show that again, okay, from here, 1/3, okay, 1/3 there. You can see the points that I'm choosing, okay. It must have to be the line intersecting with the intersecting grids, okay, there. That's how to describe your 1/3. So this is how a line which is having a negative slope looks like, okay? So we can actually draw another line of the same slope and passing through another y-intercept. Let's draw a line below the 0, okay? Below the 0, but parallel to this line. This is y equals negative 1/3, okay? Let's say, for example, it passes through the negative 2, okay? Negative 2, there. Now you can see clearly the negative 2 is here. Remember, this number here is the y-intercept, the intersection of your line with the y-axis. So this negative 2 is actually this negative 2. And it's below the 0, okay, there. Now, how do you show the negative 1/3? Well, you can choose any right triangle. So choose the 2 points reference that you need to use, okay? You can actually use this. Let me annotate that. You can actually use this point. This is a good point, intersecting with the vertical and horizontal and the line there. And then 1/3 there. This point here, this point here is actually intersecting with your line and the intersecting grids. Another is, okay, I can choose this. Okay, this is a good point. Okay, 1/3 there. That's the negative 1/3 I'm talking about. And remember, if it's a negative slope, the orientation of your line is sloping downward to the right, as you can see it on your screen. Okay, so that will be our lesson for today, and you should be able to learn from this Okay, how to draw your lines with a given slope and given y-intercept. Just remember, the y-intercept is that particular number that you can see in your equation. If it's a positive, it's above your zero. Here, it's above your zero. So there, that's the 3. And the other one, it's a negative 2. It's the one below. Okay, so I hope you'll be able to draw these lines from your given equations. So I hope you learned from this, and you should try some examples on your own. You can use this particular program, okay, and you should be able to draw your lines on your own. Just open your browser and then type this, okay, type this, and you should be able to draw graphs on your own. Okay, all right, bye bye. This will be our lesson for this morning, and we shall have another one later. Bye bye for now.